Hey, it's Justin Love here, back with another weekly update. So what is happening out in the Okanagan right now? Well, I think it's safe to say we've officially seen the COVID slap happen. What do I mean by that? So just to bring everyone up to speed, what I track every single Monday is I take the pulse of the market. How do I do that? So I look at everything that's on the market. I'm looking at single family homes, not condos, townhomes, acreages, just the houses. That's kind of the gold standard for what the market's doing at any given time. So all the houses, what's popped up in the last 30 days, what's sold in the last 30 days, and that's the big one. When you can find out how much is on the market, how many homes on the market, and how much is sold in the last 30 days, you divide the one by the other. That'll give you the number of months supply. So if you could imagine if we just kept selling the same number of houses every 30 months or every 30 days, and we had nothing new pop up on the market, how long would it take to sell out? That's the absorption rate, the number of months supply. So when you have 6 months supply, you're balanced. When you go above 6 months, a bigger number is not a good thing if you're a seller. If the number goes high, it means it's a buyer's market. That means prices are going down. It means that homes typically sit longer on the market. When you go below 6 months supply, that means it's a seller's market. Prices are going up, homes sell quickly. It's a good time for sellers. When it's a buyer's market, good time for buyers. So it's always good for someone and not so good for someone else. So right now what we're seeing is, for the first time, we were just kind of waffling around between 6-7 months supply. Again, for spring, we should be seeing that number way below 6. To put things in perspective, in the peak of 2017, which was our peak market, the absorption rate was just below, it was around 3 months. It was around the 3 month mark, possibly a little bit less. So inventory was super tight, and if it was listed, it was gone. So again, right now we've been hovering around between 6 and 7. We're supposed to gear up for spring, and I'm cheating. I'm looking at my sheet here, my graph. Now we're at 9.3 months supply. So that number, the absorption rate, jumped up. So what's happening specifically? So right now we got 353 homes on the market, and about 38 sold in the last 30 days. And when I look at last week, we had, there's a total of 353. Last week there was 342 homes on the market, and 125 popped up in the last 30 days, and 51 sold. That was pretty good. Now it's 103 have listed. So even the number of listings is starting to drop. But still, if you're not selling as much as you were before, then that means the number of supply, the total supply is going up. So again, I have a nice little cool chart and graph here, which you probably can't see due to the focusing of the camera. But you can see all of a sudden we're kind of doing this for spring, and then boop, it jumped up, which again, for sellers is not great, but it's not even really all that great for buyers. I mean, yes, the interest rates are super duper low, but people are scared for their jobs. People are scared for the economy. People are scared about COVID. When you introduce fear and uncertainty into any market, it is not a positive thing. It can be great for some buyers, but even investors are holding off right now. Whereas typically in a depressed market, you would see, and I'm not saying everything's depressed right now, we're in a depressed-like state. When that happens, investors typically jump in because they're going, hey, it's a great deal. But even right now, investors are going, well, the prices haven't really come down. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm just going to hold back and see what happens. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I would have thought we would have seen the COVID slap sooner. Certainly we have been seeing it, but like I said, it's just finally this week where you can start to see the number of new listings slightly dip and the number of sales dip as well. Whereas before we were what I was calling maintenance mode. We just had sort of the same number of overall inventory and the same number of overall sales. Things were just kind of maintaining what they were doing, because people, no matter what, there are always going to be some people that need to sell, always going to be some people that need to buy. And that's certainly the case right now. But really, people are just going, if I don't have to, I'm not going to. And that's on the sell side and the buy side. So that's what's happening right now. What can we see more of in the future? Again, my favorite quote, he or she that uses the crystal ball tends to eat glass. But I think this will be a continuing trend. We'll see as the numbers come in each week. Hopefully in BC, where we seem to be doing well for now, as of this recording, which is April 14th. We seem to be doing well for now. hopefully that continues in BC and we can ease some of these restrictions, social distancing measures, and get back to work. But that won't be all of Canada. If BC goes first, then I don't think it's going to be all of Canada. In my humble opinion, I'm not an epidemiologist or a doctor by any means. So even if we go back to work, don't know how it's going to play out for the rest of us. I mean, it would certainly be better. Anything would be better than what's going on right now. So that's the update. If you have any questions, definitely let me know below, or email me, call me, skywrite, whatever works for you. Thanks. Have a great week. Stay safe.